Hello students. So till now we have discussed about the transcription, the very important step involved in the protein synthesis or the gene expression. So transcription is nothing but the process of copying of genetic information from one parental DNA strand to RNA. So that is the process involved in the gene expression or the protein synthesis, the first step in gene expression. The next one is the translation. But before knowing about the translation, let me explain one very important concept in the molecular biology, that is central dogma of molecular biology. So what is this central dogma of molecular biology? You know, DNA, it is found as genetic material in all the living organisms. So DNA consists of genetic information. According to this genetic information, one protein will be produced, one product will be formed. So that results in the development of a particular character. It may be the physiological character or the morphological character. So all the morphological and the physiological characters of the body of an organism are controlled by the genes. So here the DNA represents gene, a short segment of DNA. And this DNA consists of genetic information. The genetic information present in the DNA is transcribed to RNA, particularly the mRNA or RNA. So this process is called as transcription. This process is called as transcription. And already we have studied about this transcription process, the steps involved in the transcription. Now, from this RNA, this RNA consists the genetic information which was present in the DNA. So the transfer of genetic information takes place from DNA to RNA. Now, according to the information present on this DNA, the protein molecules are synthesized. The protein is synthesized. So the synthesis of protein takes place according to the information present on mRNA or RNA, and this process is called as translation. This process is called as translation. So when the protein is produced, it means the gene is expressed. It says that the gene is expressed. So these are the steps involved in the gene expression. So transcription and translation together known as gene expression. It is known as gene expression. So here transcription is the first step, translation is the second step. So transcription is also called as gene expression 1 and the translation is also called as gene expression 2. So that results in the production of a protein and that is called as gene expression. Just see here, during this gene expression process, there is a transfer of genetic information from DNA to protein through RNA. The transfer of genetic information from DNA to protein through RNA is called as central dogma of molecular biology. And this concept was proposed by Francis H.C. Crick. So this was proposed by Francis H.C. Crick. So this is a very important principle or the phenomenon involved in the molecular biology. So based on this, we will move to the next topic, that is translation. But again, before translation, we should study one more important concept, that is about genetic code. So that we will discuss in the next one. Okay students, the next topic is concept of genetic code. So what is this genetic code? Genetic code is nothing but a signaling system. This is a signaling system in which the sequence of codons present on mRNA determines the sequence of amino acids in the protein. So genetic code is a signaling system in which the sequence of codons present on mRNA determines the sequence of amino acids in the protein. So this signaling system is called as genetic code. And the genetic code was introduced by George Gamow. So George Gamow introduced the triplet codon system and that is called as genetic code. Then what is meant by triplet codon system? Triplet codon means, if you consider this as mRNA, so mRNA, messenger RNA, is nothing but a chain of nucleotides, and this is a 5' end and this is a 3' end. Here it consists of different types of nucleotides. So it consists of different types of nucleotides, U, A, C, G, A, G, G, etc. So these are the different types of nucleotides found in RNA. Just remember, in RNA, instead of thymine, uracil is found. So these are the nucleotides found in this particular RNA. A triplet codon is nothing but a set of 3 nitrogenous bases or a set of 3 nucleotides of mRNA which codes for a specific amino acid. A set of 3 nucleotides. It may be AUG. This is a set of 3 nucleotides, or it may be CCC. Like this, a set of 3 nucleotides which codes for a specific amino acid are known as codons. Since it consists of 3 nucleotides, it is called as triplet. It is called as triplet. And this triplet codon system was introduced by George Gamow. Many other scientists also supported this work. Mainly H.G. Khorana, Hargobind Khorana. He developed a technology for the artificial synthesis of RNA. So the artificial synthesis of RNA helped to decipher the different types of codons coding for the different amino acids, and that supported the development of genetic code system. At the same time, Marshall Nirenberg, one more scientist, he developed a technology that is called a cell-free system for the protein synthesis. This also helped to decipher the different types of codons for the various types of amino acids. And one more very important thing, that is the use of an enzyme called a Severo-Ochoa enzyme. The Severo-Ochoa enzyme is also called as the polynucleotide phosphorylase enzyme, and this enzyme was used for polymerizing RNA. That means for the artificial synthesis of RNA, that's why it is also called as enzymatic synthesis. Here there is no need of template. Normally the DNA dependent RNA polymerase enzyme synthesizes RNA according to the information present on the DNA. Here such template strand is not required. If you want an RNA of a specific sequence, we can use this particular enzyme, that is polynucleotide phosphorylase or Severo-Ochoa enzyme, to synthesize RNA under artificial condition. So these works resulted in the development of a concept that is called as genetic code. Okay students, next we are moving to another important topic, that is the construction of triplet codons. How the triplet codons were constructed or developed by George Gamow. So he used this type of chart to construct the different types of triplet codons, and after constructing the chart of these triplet codons, he assigned the different types of amino acids coded by the different types of triplet codons. See here, this represents the first nucleotide in the triplet codon. This is the second nucleotide in the triplet codon, and this is the third nucleotide in the triplet codon. So here, U, and this third U, it represents the first triplet codon. So just remember, U is the first triplet codon constructed by using this table. So U followed by UUC, UUA. So that is the third triplet codon. UU and G. So UUG is the fourth triplet codon. So like this, 64 triplet codons were developed. 64 triplet codons were developed. See here, the first two triplet codons, that is UUU as well as UUC, codes for phenylalanine, and the remaining two triplet codon codes for leucine. And in this triplet codons, among these 4 triplet codons, all the 4 triplet codons codes for serine. And in the next column, so here the 4 triplet codons codes for leucine, CUU, leucine, CUC, leucine, CUA, leucine, CUG, leucine. Even UUA and UUG also codes for leucine. And here CCU, CCC, CCA and CCG codes for a different type of amino acid, that is proline. That means each triplet codon codes for a specific amino acid. Sometimes one specific amino acid can be coded by more than one triplet codons, but each triplet codon codes for a specific amino acid. So among these 64 triplet codons, one particular triplet codon, that is AUG, is codes for methionine. It also codes for another amino acid called as a formyl methionine. Why it is mentioned separately? The reason is, you know, the mRNA, if it is the mRNA, this mRNA consists of many number of nucleotides. At the beginning there will be the promoter and at the end there will be the terminator. So what is this promoter and terminator? Already we studied about the promoter and terminator in transcriptional unit. So this is not the transcriptional unit, this is the mRNA, messenger RNA. Even in the messenger RNA, in the structural gene, or it is called as coding sequence, at the beginning there is a promoter region and at the end there is a terminator region. So in this promoter region, the starting point, it consists AUG, the first triplet codon in the coding sequence of mRNA is known as AUG. And this AUG codes for formyl methionine. That's why this AUG is called as initiator codon. Initiator codon. The other three triplet codons, that is UAA, UAG and UGA. These three triplet codon codes for no amino acid. That means these three triplet codons, they will not code for any amino acid. And normally these three triplet codons or these three types of triplet codons are present at the end of the coding sequence of mRNA. That means at the region of terminator. So when the terminator codon is present at the end of the coding sequence of mRNA, after that there is no joining of amino acid. So that indicates the end point of translation. Since these triplet codons, that is UAA, UAG and UGA does not code for any amino acids, these are called as stop codons, or these are also called as terminator codons. So out of these 64 triplet codons, one is a initiator codon and 3 are stop codons, and all the 61 triplet codon means including AUG, all the 61 triplet codons are called as sense codons, and these 3 triplet codons are called as non-sense codons because they will not code for any amino acid. So this is regarding the construction of a triplet codon system, and this was developed by George Gamble. Okay students, the next topic is salient features of genetic code, one of the very important questions for 5 marks. So what are the important features of genetic code? Let me explain one by one. The first one, genetic code is triplet in nature. See, the name itself indicates triplet means it includes a set of 3 nucleotides. Already we have studied about the different types of triplet codons. So for example, UUU, this is the first triplet codon developed, and UUU codes for phenylalanine. It codes for phenylalanine. So phenylalanine is an amino acid coded by the triplet codon UUU. Always UUU codes for phenylalanine. Another example, CUG. Say CUG codes for leucine. It codes for leucine. So this is an example for, these are the examples for the triplet nature of the genetic code. So all the amino acids are coded by triplet codons. So triplet codons system is the important feature of genetic code. The next important salient feature, that is degenerate or degeneracy. Genetic code is degenerate, or genetic code shows degeneracy. What is meant by degeneracy? It means some amino acids, not all, some amino acids are coded by more than one triplet codon. More than one triplet codon. Some amino acids are coded by more than one triplet codon. For example, leucine is an amino acid coded by 6 triplet codons. Coded by 6 triplet codon. One is CUG, CUC, CUA, CUU. So these are the 4 triplet codons. At the same time, in the first column we have observed 2 more triplet codon that codes for leucine. So this is known as degeneracy. So if a single amino acid is coded by more than 1 triplet codons, that is called as degeneracy. And the third important salient feature of genetic code, that is comma-less nature or no punctuation. So what is this? Just see here, if it is the mRNA, this is a 5' end and this is a 3' end. mRNA is nothing but a nucleotide chain. This is a polynucleotide chain. It consists of many number of nucleotides. The nucleotides may be G, C, A, U, G, U, C, U, C, U, A, G, C, like this it will continue. So the order, it varies from RNA to RNA. Just observe here, these are the different nucleotides found in this particular mRNA. And this is a 5' end, this is a 3' end, RNA is a single stranded. So which are the codons found in this particular RNA? Codons, triplet codon means a set of 3 nucleotides. So first set of 3 nucleotides, so that is GCA. Whether this is the codon or not, definitely this is not a codon. Why it is not codon? Of course it is a set of 3 nucleotides, but we cannot call it as codon because always the coding region begins with initiator codon and that ends with terminator codon. So GCA is not the initiator codon. Now let us move to the next set of 3 nucleotides, that is CAU. No, CAU is also not an initiator codon, so we cannot call it as codon. And next one, AUG. Yes, AUG is known as initiator codon. So actually the coding sequence begins from this initiator codon. So this is the codon, particularly the initiator codon. Followed by UUU, that codes for phenylalanine. Yes, this is a codon. CUC codes for leucine and is followed by UAA. And we know about UAA. UAA is one type of stop codon. So this is the stop codon. After that, again a large number of nucleotides may be there, but they are just nucleotides. We cannot call them as codons. So codons, particularly the sense codons, are flanked with initiator codons and terminator codons or stop codons. So this is regarding the codon system found in the mRNA. Now here, comma-less or no punctuation means the codons are continuous without any punctuation mark or without any interruption. See, AUG is immediately followed by the next triplet codon, followed by another triplet codon. So like this, the codons will continue. At one region, there will be the presence of terminator codon, and after that there is no continuation of sense codon. So this is regarding the third important property of salient feature of genetic code. The next one is universal. Genetic code is universal. What is mean by universal? Universal means uniform, same. See, in all the living organisms, the same genetic code or the triplet codon system is applicable. This codon system is applicable to all the living organisms except the genetic material found in the mitochondria. Mitochondria is not the organism, this is a cell organelle. So even mitochondria consists its own DNA, but in mitochondria this is not applicable to all the amino acids. Some variations will be there, and even in some protozoans this genetic code or the same triplet codons may not be coding for the same amino acids. So other than mitochondria as well as some protozoans, in all the living organisms the same genetic code or same triplet codon codes for the same amino acids. So that is the universal property. So salient features of genetic code, the fourth one is universal nature. And the next one is initiator codon. As I told earlier, see, this is AUG is an initiator codon. This is an initiator codon. So always the initiator codon is located at the beginning of the coding region in the mRNA. And this initiator codon, as an initiator codon, it codes for formyl methionine. Just see here, sometimes the same triplet codon, that is AUG, may be present here also. It may be there in the intermediate region, AUG. Now, it codes for methionine. That means AUG acts as both initiator codon as well as normal sense codons. So that's why initiator codon, that is AUG performs dual function. It performs dual function. So this is another important feature of genetic code. And the last one, terminator codons. As I told earlier, UAA is a one terminator codon, or it may contain this mRNA, or mRNA may contain UAG. Even UAG is also considered as terminator codon, or UGA. So UAA or UAG or UGA, any one of the terminator codons will be there at the end of the coding sequence. So these three are considered as terminator codons, and they will not code for any amino acid. So this is regarding the salient features of genetic code. Note down the important points from today's topic. The first one is the concept of genetic code. As I told, George Gamow introduced the concept of a triplet codon system, that is called as genetic code. The chemical method developed by Hargobind Khorana was instrumental in synthesizing RNA molecules with the defined combinations of bases that are called as homopolymers and copolymers. So this type of artificially synthesized RNA molecules are called as homopolymers and copolymers. Marshall Nirenberg's cell-free system for protein synthesis finally helped the code to be deciphered, and Severo-Ochoa enzyme, also known as polynucleotide phosphorylase, was also helpful in polymerizing RNA with defined sequences in a template-independent manner, and that is also known as enzymatic synthesis of RNA. Now, the next one is the salient features of genetic code. The codon is a triplet. That means out of 64 triplet codons, 61 codons code for amino acids, and 3 codons do not code for any amino acid, and hence they function as stop codons. Some amino acids are coded by more than one codon, hence the code is degenerate. The codon is read in a mRNA in a contiguous fashion, that is there is no punctuations. The code is nearly universal. For example, from bacteria to human, UUU would code for phenylalanine. Some exceptions to this rule have been found in mitochondrial codons and in some protozoans. AUG has dual functions. It codes for methionine and it also acts as initiator codon. UAA, UAG, UGA are stop or terminator codons. So this is regarding the salient features of genetic code. Okay students, the remaining topics will be discussed in the next video. Thank you.